I have made a great error in my plan.
Explain.
I was sending a distress beacon for any surviving Daleks to come to scour that were attacked by the Doctor. But it worked. There were some classic Dalek veterans, which I had Dalek Prime in all of them. But I was sent a signal by a Dalek when extracted from the vortex. I think I messed up the time more in some way. I have recovered someone you have formed millennials ago. He's currently with me in my science laboratory. I like to call him Dalek Caan.
I knew that this day would come. It was foretold, of course. Temporal shifts do tend to work that way. It was foretold that Caan would alter course, especially after his journey to the Time War. He must have been pulled out of his temporal shift while trying to leave Manhattan, trying to travel to the timeline.
Correct. He's in my lab at the moment, but you wake up with me.
Very well, but I see a plan that Caan must undertake. In order to breach the time lock, he would have to undergo the temporal memory coordinate distributor to facilitate the location where he is heading. But this is dangerous, and it can only go one way. But what he must do to save the Daleks is have the knowledge of everything relating to Davros during that time to locate his presence during the events of the Nightmare Child and the gates of Elysium. For in order for his journey to the Time War to be completed, we must use the temporal coordinate distributor to give him as much intel about the Nightmare Child and the gates of Elysium as possible to become the savior of the Daleks.
Are you assured that this will be safe to Caan? How much harm will come of it?
It will be fine for us. However, Caan will experience the purest of pain imaginable. The temporal distributor will alter his mind and break it in the process. It is the only way. What will happen afterwards is left up to fate to decide what Caan will endure.
Architect, you do know that delivering these shipments are illegal. Why deliver them to the planet Sakor? I'm surprised the terrorist empire, the Dalek Empire, hasn't exterminated you. I hope the boss doesn't
Do not worry. Do not worry. Because I assure you that whatever deals I have with them will not divert me from reaching the Oh, hey, Emperor! We were just
I
talking
require the
about
vortex manipulator for temporal distribution. I'm using it on a Dalek that has fallen through time. I require it for reasons I will not explain to you.
Yes, you may use it. It's still up in the tower in the white sugar box where I left it last time. However, do keep in mind that it might be a little bit unstable, from the last trip you took to stop a paradox you made on yourself.
Very well. I will see to it that no harm is done towards a vortex manipulator or the Dalek that is undergoing this experiment.
Oh, I am curious. What kind of Dalek did you say that you were working on
I
earlier?
told you I will not present who it is. End of story, architect.
Okay.
Be careful
See ya.
not to choke on your aspirations. Giratina, I have returned. Now we must prepare for what Caan has to endure. He has to go for war.
Very well. After you.
Where am I? I was just on my way back to Skaro, got knocked out, and then suddenly transported here. Explain. You were on your way to Gallifrey. I can tell because your coordinates that are presented to you. We're going directly towards Gallifrey to retrieve Davros through the time lock to a point in time before his demise by the Nightmare Child. I should know this because I am the very Dalek which sent that exact vessel towards the gates of Elysium to stop the Nightmare Child. Impossible! Then the Dalek race survived. We live on. What is the destiny of the Daleks, Emperor? It has improved, endured, and flourished. Dalek Caan, we have now 10 billion Daleks. But in order for this future to become a reality and fix this paradox that you have caused temporarily, you must travel back in time to a point before Davros's ship collided to the jaws of the Nightmare Child. There, after which it will send you past the Time War to a time known as 2008, ahead of the Time War, where you and Davros will be stationed on the Crucible.
There you will be the savior of the Daleks, and bring hope to the Empire, to make all you see now possible.
Therefore, in order to save the Daleks, a sacrifice would have to be made to secure Dalek victory. I am willing to give up anything to save the Creator. Very well. Dalek Caan, as an order from the Emperor himself, i.e. me, I order you to move on to the temporal distributor and prepare for your mind to experience where Davros is located to pinpoint a position. I will plug it into the vortex manipulator. There I can relay information about Davros and the gates of Elysium in order to save him from his very well. But will this hurt? What will happen to me in the future? Do I live on? Do I give the Daleks liberation for 1,000 years of suffering? What happens to me?
No.
Help me! My mind is in pain! I see it. I see it all. I see him. The creator. The freehold man.
What did you do, Emperor?
He comes through the vortex to the dark fire and cold. They arrive then become the savior. Now he will be the savior. Caan will now be ready to save the Daleks. I already activated his temporal shift automatically, so he'll be ready to leave as soon as possible. Everything is proceeding as planned. The prophecies will unveil. The Daleks will be victorious. Gallifrey falls, and I decree no more.
The paradox has reverted. We are now stable, Emperor. But what of Caan?
Caan will be now on his way to return to the Time War to retrieve Davros, however. His mind, however, will not be the same after this event.
You mean the reason the Crucible was destroyed was because of you?
Not entirely. Caan simply needed to travel here to a point in time to allow himself to travel to the Time War. He would have lost his mind anyway during the temporal shift. I just needed to give him a little bit of a push.
So, where would Caan be? Must have emergency temporal shifted after the Crucible's destruction.
Indeed, his life signs still seem to exist currently. Where he is now, I do not know. But I will continue to search, because his memory is integral for the future of the Daleks.
We will continue searching for him.
Okay, so do I just let myself in, or, well, many haven't seen you in person before, boss, but just wondering. We have everything ready to send over to the city, boss. Just wondering why you want the Sakura City architecture there. Aren't the Daleks evil? Why are we conspiring with terrorists?
Just a small debt for a certain emperor that lives there, for saving me and the Daleks.
Because, my friend, it is not about the terrorism or the power. It's about the creativity.